what's up, YouTube fam? It's your boy Kamo coming back with another reaction video for you. Today I'm going to be reacting to Bryan Callen, Dad Mountain Lion. No idea what that means, but I'm ready to laugh, so let's do this.
My dad's the exact opposite. I always wanted to be like him, but I just couldn't figure it out. Like there's like my father was a Marine, but then he went on to do other things in the military.
As was my dad, also a Marine.
Like he just did. Like I grew up all over the world. I was born in the Philippines. I lived in Calcutta, Mumbai, Lebanon, Pakistan, Lebanon again, Greece, then Saudi Arabia. I came to this country when I was 14. Yeah. You ask my father what he did, he'd tell you he was a banker. What bank? One over there. Now, I know a lot of you have fathers. My dad beat the shit out of your dads. You know? No, you don't understand. And there's the masculine energy. It was. I think both his parents were men. Listen, man, I don't know what that guy did. I still catch him, 75 years old, that big gray giant. I'll just catch that dude just looking off in the distance, and he's just making weird noises. I don't know if he's looking for somebody, waiting for somebody. There's something he clearly forgot to do, because he'll just be out there just looking out going, I can't see you, but I can smell you. Mom, Dad's threatening the horizon again. He was different, man. He was such a different dude. Like somebody should have told me, look, you're a cat, he's a bear. He's never gonna be a bear. Just perch on walls and he'll kill. Whatever, you know? Like he was just so, I remember him, like he would snore and drink black coffee. And as a kid, I was like, I gotta start snoring and drinking black coffee. Like but I was so finicky. I was a finicky eater. That dude would eat anything. He'd eat bones, cactus. It didn't matter, man. I would freak out if my pancakes were too thick. I would. I was like, I asked for crepes. What is this? More egg in the batter, obviously. Unless you have a bag for me to, My dad ate a banana without peeling it once. I'm not kidding. I was 15. I came home. I was playing baseball. I didn't even know these guys that well. He's in the middle of the kitchen, just his underwear, already a disaster. Taking shark bites out of a tight-skinned Chiquita. Just. And I come home, my buddy John, who was the tough guy in our group, he'd always walk in chest first. He comes walking in, and he's not afraid of anything. He sees my father, he goes, there's a giant in your kitchen eating a banana. I was so embarrassed. I ran out, I was like, Dad, what are you doing? What are you doing? My father goes, I'm in a rush. Fucking, the girl is in a rush. You gotta go outside. Oh, but this is the point I'm making. I wasn't afraid of anything. He's just a different dude. We got in a car, man, and it was just he and I, and the windows were rolled up, and there was a hornet. A hornet. I'm not talking about Yellow Jacket. I'm talking about a hornet, okay? Hornets. The kind that live in the ground, they're not even part of the ecosystem. You know those ones with the two abdomens and the fur and the armor, horns? You can see their stingers. They're not even part of the ecosystem. They were put on the earth to sting a man for his sins. You know those what? That's the only thing they're there for. They don't have anything to do. Because a honeybee stings you like, and you're like, ow, and it dies. It's very sad. Not so the Hornate, not so. No. They find the sinner, they grab you here, bite, and they sting you 50 times that way. They empty your sack, your face melts, you can't have an open casket. You can Google it, I don't give a shit. Anyway. So, I'll never forget this, man. This is when I get in the car, and I see the Hornate. It's got two abdomens, and it's fur, a hell red fur, and orange, and the stinger's a little thicker than my fingers, I think, and horns. And I looked at it, we looked at each other. Its eyes were as black as the blackest night. And I knew then it was gonna kill me. I understood that it was my time, and he began to run toward me, and I forgot my hands. I didn't know how to use my hand. I couldn't get my hands to work. And I tried to get out, and my father, with his giant non-cell phone dialing fingers, just caught it. He just went and broke its bones. Just, I heard it. Those things, they die hard. That thing died like, fuck you, you know? And my dad was going like that with his fingers. And I was a mess. I was like, what the fuck? And my father goes, and he was doing this. I go, that thing sting you? And my father goes, I don't know.
Sounds so much like my dad.
Probably. It's not a philosophical question. And this is when you know the difference. Like I was like, many years later, I was on a date with this girl, and I liked her. I remember I cleaned the inside of my car out. I was excited. Like, I know, right behind my, like I was acting cool, but just below the surface of my skin, I was like, ah, you know, but cool otherwise. And we get in the car, and it's going well. She's laughing at my jokes. She was an actress, so I was lying about celebrities I knew. It was beautiful. And I'm about to start the car. You know those days when you're like, everything is right in the world, and I'm about to start the car. And that same Hornet was on my dashboard, and this thing was even bigger. It had feathers, I think, I can't remember. And it turns, and it looks at both of us, and I remember my girl, my beautiful girl, she chipmunked up. She just went, oh my God, please help me. I'm so allergic. I'm so allergic. And I was like, oh, you know. And I drive like this. I would always drive like this to show a woman I'm in control. Here, one hand, plus you can see the belly of the whale. It's a technique. I give that to you. I give it to you. You take it. But anyway. But you gotta understand, this is an emergency situation. My girl's in danger. I was raised by, my father was a Marine. My mother was a Sicilian woman from Brooklyn. That is a very macho, old-fashioned culture. My mother raised me old-fashioned. She said, if you are with a woman, you are responsible for her safety. I don't care what the situation. I don't care if it's a bear. I don't care if it's two dudes with baseball bats. You are her shield. And that's how I am. That's what I say to my girl. I'm always like, listen, man, if there's a dangerous situation, you get behind this right cheek right here. You clip on this belt loop, not with these jeans because they're expensive as shit, but stay close here. And I'm moving. I use my elbows when I fight. I don't use my hands a lot of times because I need my hands for music and love making. So I play the harp and stuff. It doesn't matter. Stringed instruments are my thing. But that's how it is, man. It's the first thing I said to my wife. I'm like, you want to be with me? I'm not like other guys. You want to be with me? You got to be into money, big dicks, and having a human shield because that's how it is. Listen, man. You guys clap. Some girls don't like that. Some girls don't want to laugh and come that much. Whatever. I'm just telling you what my culture is. So I'm in the car, and this Hornet, and it's looking at us, and it wings, and she's like, help me. And I was like, run. She's like, where? And I was like, I don't know. And it flies up, and this is when you know who you are. This is when you know if you're a man or a boy, if I'm my father or me, if I'm a hero or a coward. And these are the moments, and this thing's here. It's like, help me. And my father, like this, and she's like, what? And I left her in that car. I know, but I ran like a man. I ran hard. My face, I had a frown. I know, I never saw her again. It was, I didn't get laid, but I didn't get stung. So you have to weigh. Crazy. My dad wasn't even afraid of dogs. We had to cut through this field one time, and this Rottweiler showed up with a head the size of a bowling ball, balls. I never got it. It was literally trying to get at us through the fence, like, no, just foaming at the mouth. And I was like, oh my God, we'll just walk around, obviously. I start walking, and my father goes, what are you doing? And I was like, well, I'm gonna walk around, of course, because there's a black lion here screaming, fuck you, and dog. Well, my father goes, no, we'll cut through. It's faster. I was like, I know, but again, we're not crows, and is what they use to guard the gates of hell. So we'll just go around. And my father, he couldn't get it. I knew he was going to fight the dog. I knew, and I've never been more afraid. I was like, please don't fight the dog. Please don't fight me. They might so hurt him. I'll do anything. I'll carry you. Anything. And my father gets in that dog's face. He just bends down right in the dog's face, and he goes like this. I'll give you one chance. And he blew in that dog's face. Whatever his satanic energy, I don't know. That dog backed up and sat down sideways.
That is so my dad.
I don't know what that means in
We
dog.
call my dad
Obviously, it means
Dr.
ye may
Doolittle
pass,
because
so
he
dark one.
legit, like, can communicate with animals that are normally, like, going to attack people, and they're scared of him. It's trippy. His dad reminds me so much of my dad.
My dad opens the gate. The dog is right there. He goes, come on. Man, I stuck to him like a pilot fish on a shark. I was touching him. I was touching him walking across. And I was 28 years old. No. It's just not in my nature. It's unbelievable. He's a good guy, though. Like, he cared about the world. He had no prejudice, my father. None. He cared about everybody. And he would always read us things about how bad the world was. He'd ruin your day. He'd be opening presents on Christmas. On Christmas, he'd be reading some book, like Bloodlands or whatever, and he'd just look at me and go, you know, in the Ukraine, in the 30s, period of about 5 years, even less, about 8.5 million people died of starvation. Had to eat each other. Enjoy your presents. It's unbelievable that way, man. And one day he was reading, we tell the story a lot. He's reading the newspaper, and it's brunch, Sunday brunch, 19 people outside, beautiful, dogs barking, sun, everything. And he's reading the newspaper, and he starts giggling. He's like, and he goes, look at this, a grown man in Colorado was attacked and killed by a mountain lion. Yes. My father goes, pussy. So I couldn't let it go. I was like, I'm so sorry to interrupt your Sunday reading. Are you under the impression that a mountain lion couldn't kill you? And my father goes, that's a stupid question. I was like, why is that a stupid question? And he goes, because first of all, a mountain lion isn't a real lion. And second of all, a mountain lion would never dare to attack me. And I was like, really? And how do you know that? And he goes, I don't know that. It knows that. Dead serious. Dead serious, man.
All right, guys. Well, that was Bryan Callen, Dad Mountain Lion. Like I said throughout the video, man, that so much reminds me so much of my dad. Legit, like there was parts where I was like, holy crap, I've been in the same situations as that. And just look at my dad and like awe, like how is there no fear? How are you able to do this? So totally agree with everything he was saying and loved it. So if you guys have any other videos you'd like me to react to, please place them in the comment section down below. Like this video, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do so, guys. I appreciate you.